And I think that that translates into prayer. You're projecting to God with your breath, and you're projecting to others with the words that you're using. I sing to my kids at nighttime still.
Right. So many times in the Psalms, it says sing the praises. So using your voice to sing a praise. And I find often when I'm wanting to do my scripture reading, I read it out loud and, use the voice and the body to make the vibration of the scripture come out. And
that punches the devil in the face. Well, if you think about it, on Sunday morning, we say the Apostles' Creed in our church, and we say it together in one voice, not one breath, because that's very long and you can't hold your breath that long, but saying it together and out loud. I've often said, this is a proclamation that this is what we believe. And this is, if you believe it, then that's who you put your trust in, so that's the importance of being out loud.
Mm-hmm. Any other last final comments?
No, I don't think so.
I had on the bottom, what are some of your favorite practices?
Belly breathing. Favorite practice is definitely belly breathing, but also moving, separating myself to do that. You can do it anywhere. One of the things that your yoga instructor said is that breathing is a tool that you can take with you anywhere. You always have it with you. Well, the Spirit of God is that way, because when you accept Jesus into your heart, he makes you a dwelling place for himself. So you are a permanent home. Like the word that's used in Ephesians actually means permanent home. So the Spirit of God you take with you everywhere. So I think consciously reminding myself that the Spirit is there, breathing in the Spirit and breathing out all of the negativity. So that's a practice that I think is my favorite in regards to breath.
You just said something about, my mind doesn't want to work. Carrying around with you. So in my way of thinking, there's like the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so with the spirit, knowing that you can be constantly in this connection, some people feel God isn't anywhere. I don't see God anywhere. I'm like, no, you have to invite God. God is always there. And
you do. He's not going to force himself on you.
For sure.
So there's the story of the walk to Emmaus, and they did not recognize Jesus when he was talking to them along the walk. But they were in anguish and despair over what the events that had transpired. And so Jesus is ready to walk on. It says in that text, he's ready to walk on. He's not going to say, hey, here I am. He's moving on. And then there's something that says to them, hey, come and have dinner with us. Come and stay with us for a little while. And it's through that community that they then recognize who he is. So they had to make the choice to invite him. Right. He was ready to walk on.
Right. I love that.
He's not going to force himself.
Where did you say that is in the scripture?
It's in Luke, chapter 20. No, it's further than that. Chapter 24.
24. Okay. I love that. I'm going to use that part.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Well, and I think what you're saying, they were in anguish. So many people right now are in anguish. They don't see a future, especially things, happening with our country. They think, what's the future, And
people want to know. And the truth is, God only gives us of one day's bread. And that's for our benefit. He's so good and so caring, and he wants to give us his best. So he really knows that we can only handle this day.
Yeah.
So that's why Jesus said, take up your cross daily. It's a daily decision to say, I'm going to breathe in the Spirit and breathe out the world. Breathe out all the negativity, breathe out all of the shame and the guilt and the weight of humanity, brokenness, and just breathe in the perfection, the community, the joy, the fruit of the Spirit that is with me all the time. But God luckily gave me a physical way to remind myself, and that's through prayer and breath. And it's a physical thing. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Anna.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for doing this.
Well, it's totally blessed me, and I'm just so grateful for our friendship and the community that we have together. And every time Maggie's boyfriend lives on the street with that you guys used to live on. So my heart, every time I go over, I think, oh man, I wish that you guys still lived here. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, we never know, right? I could be back up there. Lola has to finish her school, and then you never know.
You never know. Well, the Lord often hears my prayer, so I'll just keep praying.
Yeah, it's just wonderful too with seeing God move in my life academically and showing me these things where I never would have planned any of this, right? I never would have. So
That's
just
why he only tells us, he doesn't tell us all the future, right? We have to learn it as we go, as it's fitting for it to be revealed to us.
I wish I could give you a hug, a virtual hug.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bye, dear.
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye.